Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my April 2023 TBR. So there's Cooper as well. So I'm going to run through just a few books that I think I'm going to read. There's only two for sure. One's kind of like maybe start and finish in May, it might start, and then everything else is just kind of hopeful, and everything's kind of like, there's so many other books I want to read. I don't know what I'm going to pick up. So we're going to see. So I do have one carrying over from March, and that, of course, is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. I'm having some ear issues right now, so I don't want to listen to audiobooks. But once I get this situated and figured out, hopefully I'll be back to audiobooks fairly soon. So we'll see. Because this is a really good audiobook, and I was enjoying it. I'm only 150 pages in, so I'm about 10%, a little over 10%. So I'm hoping to get back to that. But that was my mammoth that I didn't get done because I got ill. Anyway, so the other book that for sure so there's two books I'm gonna set it for sure. This one is gonna be the one of them, which is The Bone Charred Daughter by Andrea Stewart. Caveat, I know Andrea, and we were writer friends when I lived in Sacramento almost a decade ago. I have almost been back to Portland for 9 years. So I lived in Sacramento before that. For a time. Anyway, so we were in a couple writing groups together. So she wrote this after I left, so I had nothing to do with this one. But this is a book that I need to read. I bought all her books in paperback and hardback, and even some ebooks and audiobooks just to support her. I'm just doing all I can. But this is the first book in the Drowning Empire, and I did try this about a year and a half ago. I read a lot in one day, around 40% or 175 pages, and then something happened and I got distracted and didn't come back to it. So it wasn't because of the book, it was something else happened. I can't remember what happened. But I'm hoping, I'm probably going to have to reread a lot of the 175 pages I already read, because I don't remember everything. I remember some things, so I might be able to skip around and read. Oh, well, I probably will just restart it. Anyway. So this is about the Drowning Empire, which is a nation of islands, and something weird is going on with the islands, and there's an emperor who demands bone shards from all the citizens that he uses to magic constructs, which is how he kind of patrols and has power powers his nation, like watches everything. And then we're following Lynn, who is his daughter, who has had an illness where she has lost a lot of her memories, and she is trying to regain that so that she can become the heir to the empire. And then there's also Jovis, who is a smuggler who is searching for his wife who went missing. And he gets kind of wrapped up in other people's problems, and he is called on to help. And there's a couple other POVs I remember that had to do with some of the military and some other things. So it's a good cast audio from what I remember. So if I can get to the audio, that's great. If not, I have it paperback, hardback, ebook, and audio, so I can do whatever to read this one. Yes, I support her, as I said. So I'm hoping to get to that. And for sure, and finally get to that. If I can get to finish that this month, then maybe next month I'll read Bone Charred Emperor. And then, as I said, Bone Charred War comes out middle of April. So I will be getting that, but I'll probably read it in the next couple months. I'm hoping to finish the trilogy pretty soon. I'm just behind. I should have read it a long time ago, but anyway. So the only other one I'm for sure going to try to pick up is Secret Project number 2 by Brandon Sanderson. So I don't know the title. I don't know the genre. I know nothing about what Secret Project number 2 is. I did back the Kickstarter, so I will get an ebook on midnight on the 1st of April. So I'm hoping to read it within the first couple weeks. It just matters on my mood, what I want to read, but I'm hoping to get that done early. So this time I can watch everybody's reviews and not... I have so many reviews I never watched because I didn't read Trust until just 2 weeks ago. And then I just got my book last week. So, because, just they were having trouble with the printing. So I don't know when I'm going to get my print version of Secret Project number 2, but I will have the ebook. So I think this time I'm going to try to read it early so that I can watch everybody else's reviews when they come out. Because that was kind of hard to know. I could have read it earlier, but I didn't want to read the ebook at the time. And now, since my eyesight, I'm having trouble with my lenses and my and focusing. Ebooks are right now working really well for me. So, I can read that while I'm waiting for my new glasses, because I have an appointment next week, but I don't know when I'll get new lenses, but these ones are not working. And then the other one that's kind of like maybe will start in April, but it will go into May, is Before They Are Hanged by Joe Abercrombie. This is book 2 in the First Law trilogy, and in the overall First Law world. So I read The Blade Itself with Cooper. No, not right now, baby. I read the first one in February, early February. Then they had with the Catch Up Book Club that is put on by Beck and the Books. And I really enjoyed book 1 a lot more than I thought it would. It's very character driven, which is not usually the kind of books that I admit I'm much more of a plot driven reader. But I do like some books that are character driven, or, that are more that. But I was surprised at how much I liked it. And again, Logan is my favorite. And I hate Giselle. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. The book left on a good place where everything was going to change, things were happening. And I'm looking forward to what happens in this book. The live show will probably be, they say, probably about mid-May or the first week or 2 of May. So I probably read this at the end of April to early May, so that I'm closer to the time where they do the live show. Because the last time I said I read it a month and a half ahead, or I read it in early February, and they had the live show in mid-March, and I didn't remember every detail. I did a lot of the details. So this time I want to be a little closer to the live show, so I'll enjoy that more. Okay, so now I'm going to flash all my possibilities here. Let me move things around. I do want to carry on with some series. I'll probably pick up the next Dragonkin book by G.A. Akins. This will be book 3, What a Dragon Should Know. Just continuing on with my fantasy romance with that. And also I'll probably pick up the next Lindsay Sands from the Argonaut Vampire series, which is Born to Bite, which is book number 13. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to continue with those hopefully this month. So I'll mood rule those at some point. So I got, paranormal romance and fantasy romance. Yeah. And then another series I'd like to get caught up on is Ocean's Echo. I'm not sure if the series is called Winter's Orbit. It's the second book in that series. So it's like, they're like companion novels. It's the same world, but different characters. I don't know anything about this. I just know that I got it quite a while ago and I haven't read it yet. So it's science fiction. I think it's more political science fiction this time around than the last one. But there's, I think, male romance in it. And one is a socialite who's a walking disaster because he has telepathic powers. And the other guy's a disgraced general, or the child of a disgraced general. So I'm not sure how that all works. But anyway, really looking forward to reading that. So I want to make sure it's kind of on my closer radar than it was, because it was hiding in here somewhere. So I'm going to put it out there where I can see it. And then I would like to read Jade City by Fonda Lee. I did read about 30 pages of this last week, and I did want to continue on. I do have the ebook too, so that could help because of my vision issues right now. But this is an urban fantasy-ish fantasy where we're following a couple of like kind of gangs that run this island that where jade can be harvested, and they're kind of fighting for power. So it's the first book in the trilogy, the Greenbone Saga. So I said I did like the first 30 pages. I do want to continue on. As I said, my reading is all over the place, so I'm hoping to get to that in April, and then hopefully continue on. I said, just like the Bone Shard Daughter or the Drowning Empire series, I want to continue one book a month, but we'll see what happens. So I'm trying to get through a lot of trilogies for a series about series. And then I'd also like to start The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Again, this is another one I tried last week and got about 14 pages in, so I didn't get very far. But I've never read the Stormlight Archive. This is book number 1. This is part 1, book number 1. I got these from the UK. So I would like to get to that. I don't know anything about it except that it's epic fantasy, and it's epic because they're all 1,000-page books. So we'll see how that goes. And then the only other ones that I am putting as possibilities, and again, it could be any of my 23 books in 2023 I want to get to this month. I would like to read some standalones. So I have another fantasy, an Orc on the Wild Side by Tom Holt. I've had that book forever. I really want to read that. The Brightest Star in Paris by Diana Biller. This is a historical romance in Paris, and it has one of the characters from one of her other books. And sounds really sweet. I don't know if I'm going to be in the mood for this, but I have another book of hers coming this week. Just released, called Hotel of Secrets, which sounds really good, but I need to read the book that's on my shelf, so I want to try to get to that. And I also would like to read Activation Degradation by Marina J. Laudenstadt. Losted. I don't know how to say that last name. I just lost it in my head. I had it and then I lost it. I've had this on I keep trying to put this on TBRs and I haven't read it. So it's a sci-fi about an AI unit up in over a planet, and then suddenly there's an attack and something changes and something happens. Anyway, that's about all I know about that one. But those are all the books that are on my radar of kind of the pile of possibilities of what I want to read. As I said, I really only the two books, The Secret Project #2 and The Bone Shard Daughter, are the only two for sure I'm going to read in April, I think. Everything else is just hopeful. I have so many other books and so many other project things I could pick up, but I don't know what I want to read for sure. So that is it for now. Are any of these books do you think I should pick up sooner rather than later? Let me know. What are you reading for April? And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Cooper says bye.